Hey looters, welcome back to Loot Now. Today we're diving into 10 upcoming indie gems that are just too cool to miss. They're so awesome, I'm in a hurry to share them with you. Memora Wanderer invites you back to the forgotten realms of Memora, a land that feels like a love letter to the ARPGs and MMOs of the 2000s, but with a single-player twist. From the moment you step into the low-poly world, the charm of pixel art characters is immediately apparent, and the camera freedom lets you truly soak in the scenery, whether it's a sunlit dawn or a rain-shrouded night. The core of the game is its deep character customization. You start as a plain adventurer and then choose a class, Brewmaster, Adept, or the ones yet to be announced. Each class opens a distinct skill tree, but what really stands out is the ability to mix and match. Want a swordsman who can cast fireballs? Go for it a spellcaster who can swing a sword? Absolutely. Stat allocation is at your fingertips, so every level up feels like a personal evolution rather than a generic grind. Exploration is non-linear. You can roam freely, tackle quests in any order, and discover hidden hubs with their own stories. The real-time combat system keeps battles engaging, and the petaming mechanic adds a layer of strategy. Each companion brings unique abilities that can turn the tide of an encounter. Crafting and loot are rewarding. Rare monster cards and headgear give tangible bonuses, and the minigames, like fishing, provide a nice break from dungeon crawling. If there's a downside, it's that the game occasionally feels like a nostalgia trip without enough innovation to keep you hooked long-term. Still, Memora Wanderer delivers a heartfelt, flexible RPG experience that will satisfy anyone craving that classic 2000s vibe in a modern, single-player package. Hey gamers, buckle up for a wild ride into Disc Creatures World, the fresh take on a 2016 classic that's been reimagined for the modern age. From the get-go, you're handed a world where humans and monsters live side by side, and the secret sauce is the Disc technology that lets you clone, upgrade, and command up to 300 unique creatures. You're not just collecting. You're building a team of Disc Rangers or Discers who partner with their monster allies to tackle everything from rogue gangs to supernatural threats. The party system lets your favorites follow you around the map, and every creature can be customized with its own moves and skills. Want a powerhouse finisher? Go for a beast that can unleash a devastating finishing move. Prefer a reflective playstyle? Choose a creature that can bounce attacks back at enemies. The battle system is a strategic 3-on-3 grid where shared energy points determine who can strike and when. It's a sweet mix of classic turn-based tactics and real-time decision-making. What really sets this remake apart is the Shake system. Deepen your bond with a creature, and it morphs into a new, stronger form, giving your lineup a fresh edge. Exploration is generous to hidden maps, secret dungeons, creature-driven side quests that range from financial mishaps to ghostly encounters. Plus, you'll be chasing a whole bunch of in-game achievements and collecting discal cards as you befriend new allies. If you're a fan of monster-taming RPGs or just love a world full of creatures, Disc Creatures World delivers nostalgia with a modern polish, strategic depth, and a ton of content that keeps you coming back for more. Dive in and start building your ultimate Discer team. Super Sunny World is a love letter to the 8-bit era that hits every sweet spot for nostalgia lovers. From the moment you power up, the pixel art feels fresh, yet unmistakably classic, each sprite crisp and every background lovingly detailed. The soundtrack is another standout, a bright, catchy score that will have you humming long after you've turned off the CRT. What really sets this game apart is how faithfully it embraces the NES experience. The controls are razor-sharp, giving that tight, unforgiving feel that only a real console can deliver, yet the game remains fair and rewarding. Each of the 8 worlds offers a mix of platforming puzzles, challenging enemies, and hidden rooms that make you want to dig through every block and pipe. And because it's built on real NES hardware, Super Sunny World isn't just a look-alike, it's a genuine cartridge that pushes the console to its limits with MMC3 power. If you're craving the simplicity of early platformers with modern polish, this title is a must-play. It proves that the best games are still made on 8-bit foundations, and that sometimes the simplest moments are the most memorable. Bandit Knight puts stealth at the center of a high-stakes heist adventure. From the moment you slip into the shadows, the game demands that you think like a thief, observe guard patterns, plan silent moves, and time every swipe of the pickpocket's tools. The world feels alive, desert dunes, bustling towns, and ancient vaults all pulse with tension, and each map throws fresh puzzles and patrols that keep you on your toes. The thrill is in the risk. One slip, one wrong step, and you're out of the game. That pressure makes every successful theft feel like a hard-earned victory. And the loot isn't just bragging rights. It unlocks upgrades that let you craft new stealth tactics and even new abilities, turning a simple pickpocket into a master of the shadows. Bandit Knight's pacing is tight. Missions get progressively harder, forcing you to adapt and refine your approach. The soundtrack and visuals amplify the atmosphere, making each heist feel cinematic. If you love strategy, puzzle solving, and the sweet satisfaction of outsmarting a corrupt system, Bandit Knight delivers a sharp, addictive stealth experience that rewards patience and cleverness. Cannon Head throws you into a whirlwind of retro-style action that feels as fresh as it is nostalgic. The game blends fast-paced combat with deep exploration, so you're never just smashing enemies, you're uncovering hidden paths, secret upgrades, and charming side quests. What really sets it apart is the visual trickery. Think of those silent film cartoons with their exaggerated poses and hand-drawn flair, but now in a slick 3D world. The developers have captured that old-school charm and made it dance across modern graphics, giving each frame a playful, almost watercolor quality that's both a nod to the past and a bold statement for today. Your journey takes you through a handful of wildly different worlds, each more detailed than the last. From sun-baked deserts to mist-shrouded forests, every environment feels like its own living story. And the companions you recruit aren't just background characters, they bring unique abilities that can turn the tide in tight battles. The arsenal is vast too. You'll find everything from classic pistols to quirky gadgets, each with its own feel. Cannon Head keeps the action sharp while rewarding curiosity, making it a memorable adventure for anyone who loves a good blend of nostalgia and innovation. In a world where a single blade can decide fate, Balance the Weight throws you into the heart of Thonheart, a city choking on famine and disease. You play Ezra, the lone warrior who must climb the ancient tower Nestrium, fight the Nocturne, and seize the god Crystal Gnosis before the very fabric of reality unravels. What sets this title apart is the sword itself. It's not just a weapon, it's a puzzle tool. The heavy Gigasword must be used to unlock doors, weigh down pressure plates, and shift blocks. Every swing feels earned, and the physics add a layer of tension that keeps you on your toes. Combat is fast and brutal, but it's the environmental puzzles that truly test your brain versus brawn. The art style is a haunting blend of Gothic architecture and subtle light, while the soundtrack swells with ominous undertones that perfectly match the stakes. New abilities, thunderbolts, grappling hooks, crawling sparks feel like natural extensions of your toolkit, never forcing you into a single playstyle. It's not without flaws. Some platforming sections feel repetitive, and the story can feel a bit heavy-handed. But the core idea of balancing a massive sword while racing against a looming apocalypse is fresh and exhilarating. If you're a fan of Metroidvania meets action puzzle, Balance the Weight is a must-play. Welcome to the Zodiac Trials, a roguelike action-adventure that throws you into a cosmic showdown for the coveted 13th Zodiac title. From the get-go, the game demands both skill and strategy as you pick one of 4 animal spirits, the lightning-fast fox, the sky-piercing raven, or the earth-shattering panda, each bringing a distinct playstyle to the battlefield. Combat feels tight and satisfying. Every swing, dodge, and special move is crisp, and the upgrade system rewards experimentation. As you progress, you'll collect scrolls, modifiers, and new characters, giving each run a fresh feel. The arenas are expansive, packed with enemies that force you to adapt on the fly, and the bosses are memorable, each with a unique pattern that keeps you on your toes. Koopa is where the game truly shines. Bring a friend or three, and the trials become a frantic, chaotic dance of teamwork. Enemies scale in difficulty, and the bosses become even more formidable, but the shared experience adds a layer of fun that's hard to beat. Just be careful, the Zodiac's temptations can test your bonds and strategy. Overall, Zodiac Trials is a fast-paced, replayable gem that balances challenging roguelike mechanics with engaging narrative stakes. Whether you're a solo grinder or a team of friends, the quest to become the legendary 13th Zodiac will keep you hooked for countless hours. Picture this, you're a courier racing against the clock, but the world's turned into a relentless obstacle course designed to kill you. Every delivery feels like a high-stakes sprint through a carnival of chaos, jumping on cars for a boost, scaling buildings to dodge a swarm of enemies, and sprinting past hazard after hazard that will make your heart pound. What makes it stand out is the sheer variety. Over 50 perks let you tailor your playstyle on the fly. One moment you're a speedman, the next you're a stealthy shadow, and every choice feels meaningful because it changes how you tackle the next delivery. The power-ups are outrageous but well-balanced. They let you blast enemies, defy gravity, and turn the tide in an instant. The game's pacing is relentless, but that's part of the fun. There's no room to breathe. Each biome throws a new set of enemies and obstacles, keeping the challenge fresh. With multiple characters, a plethora of power-ups, and a challenge mode to push your limits, this delivery game turns the simple act of dropping a package into a frantic, adrenaline-filled adventure. If you love fast-paced, chaotic action with a generous dose of wackiness, this is the game that will keep you on your toes. Hey there, gamers! Today I'm diving into Abuzon, a handcrafted isometric dungeon crawler that feels like a love letter to the golden age of 16-bit adventure. From the very first step, the game throws you into Eve Allard's curious world, where every corridor is a new puzzle, every trap a reminder that danger lurks just out of sight. The art style is a bright, pixel-perfect homage to the Sega Genesis era, but it's not stuck in nostalgia. The overworld is a vibrant tapestry of secrets that reward exploration, and the soundtrack, full-blown chiptunes that pulse with retro energy, keeps your heart racing even when you're just scrolling through a map. Combat is tight and satisfying, blending platforming with a beat-em-up feel that keeps you on your toes. The puzzles are clever without feeling like a chore. They're woven into the environment in a way that feels natural, not forced. And with over 100 unique treasures to hunt, there's a genuine sense of progression and discovery that keeps you coming back for more. That said, the pacing can feel a bit uneven. Some levels rush through the action, while others linger, and a few boss fights come across as a bit too linear. Still, the charm, the story's heartfelt moments, and the sheer joy of exploration make Abuzon a standout for anyone craving that classic adventure vibe. If you're looking to relive the wonder of early gaming with a modern twist, this is the game to check out. The world's shattered, the gods have fallen, and darkness has taken hold. You're summoned to a continent in chaos, tasked with vanquishing factions and restoring light, only to discover the journey is far from simple. At its core, this is a scroll-style action RPG that feels like a flashy, cinematic beat-em-up. Every swing of your blade is fluid and satisfying, with a roster of 8 core skill types, launch, slam, aerial, guard, dodge, basic, charged, and divine, that let you craft a build as unique as your playstyle. Want to turn into a boss, soar through the air, or lock into bullet time? The game gives you that freedom, and then lets you weave elemental magic, fire, ice, wind, lightning into your combos for devastating effects. The combat is brutal but fair. The dodge feels invincible, the combos are satisfying, and each boss demands a different strategy. Over 20 unique bosses and 80+ enemies keep the encounters fresh, while the difficulty ladder lets casual players enjoy a relaxed hack-and-slash or hardcore soul-style grind. What really shines is the depth of the build system. With more than 100 skills to mix and match, each fight feels like a new puzzle. Enchant your blade, tweak your combo timing, and discover the perfect synergy that turns the tide of battle. The environments are diverse, the enemies distinct, and the soundtrack, though not mentioned, lifts every cutscene and boss fight. In short, this game delivers a polished, stylish action experience that rewards creativity and precision. Whether you're a casual player looking for a satisfying hack or a hardcore enthusiast craving strategic depth, the world of Broken Continents and Fallen Gods offers an adventure that's both thrilling and endlessly replayable. Thanks for watching and staying with us. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you won't miss any of our future updates. See you next time.